Candid Sports.
Welcome to the Candid Sports NFL Week 5 Winners and Losers video. Candid Sports, where sports and humor meet. I'm your host, Chase Moore. Hope you've had a great week out there, folks. As we've got a lot to talk about in this busy NFL Week 5, let's start with the winners. Let's jump into the winners, and once again, for the second straight week, deja vu, the NFC East continues to kick ass and take names. The Philadelphia Eagles remain undefeated after a close victory out in the desert against Arizona. Meanwhile, the New York Giants and Dallas Cowboys both pick up impressive victories, the Giants traveling across the pond to take on the Green Bay Packers, while the NFL tries to create a market in London. The Giants-Packers game was the first time that two teams with winning records played in London, so good job there, NFL. While we want to create a market, we also sent losing teams over there to play across the pond. But the Giants come up with a huge victory. The Giants continue to play good defense, stopping Aaron Rodgers on a 4th and 2 and securing the win. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys, with backup quarterback Cooper Rush, pick up a victory against the defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. Generally, it's the Super Bowl loser who has the hangover, but it looks like the LA Rams are still big fans of the sauce as they continue to struggle offensively. Meanwhile, in the AFC, the Buffalo Bills continue to position themselves as the top dog in the AFC, putting a pretty big ass whooping on the Pittsburgh Steelers. How about we go over a winner and loser in Week 5? That would be former Panthers head coach Matt Rule. While he did get fired, he'll also continue to make $800,000+ a month for the next 4 years, with 4 years remaining on his contract. Kind of hard to call a guy a loser when he continues to get paid from a job he no longer has. The NFL calls it fired. Most other companies call that retirement. And now the losers of Week 5, and we're going to start with a big one here. How about NFL officiating taking the number one spot on the losers list from this week? Several games impacted by shitty calls. Let's start with the Miami Dolphins-New York Jets game. Prior to kickoff in the Week 5 action, the NFL concluded its investigation into the handling of the Tua Tagovailoa injury, which indicated the Miami Dolphins did nothing wrong, but the very protocols that the NFL and NFLPA put in place failed Tua Tagovailoa. In response, the NFL initiated new protocols, which again, the first team to get affected by those were those very Dolphins. Miami Dolphins backup quarterback Teddy Bridgewater gets rung up in the first offensive possession of the game. It's later reported that Bridgewater passed the concussion test, but because of information from the ATC spotter, which again is a new protocol put in place by the NFL because their first protocol failed, made the call to hold Bridgewater out of the game, forcing the Dolphins to turn to third-string 7th-round quarterback Skylar Thompson. Congratulations to the New York Jets, a solid 3-2 record in second place in the AFC East, and they've beaten the likes of Jacoby Brissett, the combination of Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, and now Skylar Thompson. Maybe the Jets can start cashing in on those receipts when they start beating starting quarterbacks. Keeping it in the state of Florida, how about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Atlanta Falcons game? Late in the game, with Atlanta trailing 21-15 and needing the ball back, the Atlanta Falcons making a crucial stop on third down. It appears they'll get the ball back with more than 2 minutes left, just needing 6 points to tie the game, 7 points to win the game. But then a horrible roughing the passer call on the play, and they're able to run out the clock, a pretty shitty call. The piss poor officiating continued into the Monday Night Football game. That would be the Raiders-Chiefs game. Late in the first half, Derek Carr is sacked and fumbled by Kansas City's Chris Jones, is ruled roughing the passer as well. Another horrible fucking call. But the greatness of the Kansas City offense and Patrick Mahomes overcomes the bad call, and the Chiefs are able to win the game. Let's continue with the losers. How about Amazon? Not that it's not their fault, but they've got a great product in Thursday Night Football, as the Denver Broncos continue to get ample primetime games, which bore the out of us. And we were treated to another shitty game, a 12-9 overtime game that took the Colts 5 quarters to get to 12 points. Marijuana is legal in Colorado, and right now it's looking like the Denver Broncos Brain Trust was smoking plenty of the wacky tobacco when they made the decision to trade for Russell Wilson, as he continues to struggle. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up the Candid Sports NFL Week 5 Winners and Losers review. I've been your host, Chase Moore. I've had a great time, even if you haven't. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as we're going to be talking NFL football all season. Once again, Chase Moore, Candid Sports. Hope you have a great one out there, folks.